Oh, another wide receiver to talk about.
Ooh.
So many wide receivers. That's what I'm saying. This is that year that if you want to get a veteran wide receiver, this is the year to do it. And this one's going to be a little controversial. Stefon Diggs, who has been linked to the Giants quite often because obviously the Brian Daboll connection from his days in Buffalo. PFF said playing in an offense where he was no longer the top target didn't hinder Diggs' effectiveness. The star wide receiver was on pace to extend his streak of seasons with a PFF receiving rate above 75 and a drop rate below 10% on catchable passes before a season-ending ACL tear. That type of injury for an older player who wins with lateral agility will make for an interesting free agent dance. Diggs' situation has shades of Odell Beckham Jr.'s free agency period in 2023 when he tore his ACL in the Super Bowl in 2021 and did not play in 2022 before signing a one-year, $15 million fully guaranteed contract. This past year, 24 here, 8 games, all starts, 47 receptions, 496 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So definitely down from what he usually had. But again, like they said, he doesn't have to be because he wasn't the top target. Like Buffalo, he was the center of the offense, was Allen to Diggs, Allen to Diggs, Allen to Diggs. He had Nico Collins, he had Tank Dell, he had other receivers at that point there. Plus he got a pretty decent tight end, Dalton Schultz there too. So there's plenty of weapons. He was one of them. So, I like what he produced in the time period he produced it. I got too many flags. Too many flags here. A, 31 years old. B, coming off an ACL tear. C, and this is a capital C, what you were saying right there. Personality. His attitude is an issue. I'm sorry. Like I hate talking about personality and these people as people because I don't know them. I don't pretend to. But when I see year in, year out in Buffalo about him complaining about it, wanting out and blah, 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 after complaining and wanting out in Minnesota, too many red flags.
Yeah.
Now, we have the benefit of if the Giants hypothetically went for Diggs, Daboll and Schoen know what they're getting into, obviously. Like, they know damn well who he is and what he is. There's no doubt about that. They spent years with him. As we lost Rob there. That's how much Rob does not want to sign Stefon Diggs there. But, we've had plenty of time with these guys seeing how he is and how his personality is. So if they trust that his personality is not an issue, I got to deflect to their expertise in that because, again, they know him personally. But he's not a person that I would want. And considering the personality issues he's had, and the fact that we have a very young star receiver in Malik Nabers, do I really want to go ahead and put him on a team with Nabers where he can poison the well, so to speak? Where he can, make him think it's okay to act a certain way because here's his veteran that's here doing it. Because like him or not, Stefon Diggs is a guy who is going to be a potential, depending on how much longer his career is, a potential Hall of Fame player. And I know that sounds absolutely nuts because I feel like you don't hear about that enough with him. You really don't. But the guy's already got over 10,000 receiving yards. He has just a couple more seasons. He's at that point where you start talking about him as a legitimate Hall of Fame kind of guy. So he comes in with credibility. And he's not a guy that I'd want around Nabers. Just point blank would not want him around Nabers at all.
No, absolutely not.
I guess Rob didn't want him so bad he left the show temporarily.
I was that upset. I was like, nope, I'm out.
I'm out.
No, but if you're talking about you got a star number one, that's he's going to be our number one. Like that's pretty much a lock-in. You got a head case. I should say head case. Like he seemed like he calmed down a little bit this year, but a guy that has been a proven track record of
being a headache.
Wanting the center
headache.
of attention. Yeah, headache. Yeah. You don't want to teach that to your young wide one. Like
no, because Nabers will be playing long after
he's gone.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't want to teach that kind of stuff there to him.
No.
That's for sure. But again, great career he's had. And if he can get back from this massive injury, because that's not easy to come back from at that age. If he comes back, then and play for a couple more years, like I said, he's the guy you're going to see potentially get in the Hall of Fame. He's that good.
Yeah, he'll probably finish as tenure with the Raiders.
That's where people go to die. So.
Yeah.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.